Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Ariba from Emaan Power. Should probably turn off my fan. Might be too noisy. I hope it's better now. Um, it's been a while. I feel like it's been really long since the last time I came live, and I've really missed you all. So I really hope I'm gonna hear a lot of salams from everybody who watches regularly and anybody who doesn't even. So please do say salams in the comments, and to me, to everybody as well who watches along with you. Let's spread lots of salams. I've been very busy with the Deceptions Exposed program, but alhamdulillah, glad to be here. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of emails, messages with the same question, and of course, I mean, this is something that affects a lot of mothers out there, a lot of children, and that is basically that the kids are changing. They are not the same as they used to be, that they are not praying and they are not reading the Quran. Sometimes even they won't have to do nothing to do with the Quran and so on. So, and I especially got a message from a sister who said, I just want my daughter back. Walaikum salam, Alia. I hope you're feeling better. So, what to do in that situation? Now, there's not like a magical answer that I can give you right now that will solve this problem. But and of course there are like, this is a topic we can talk, there's like so many aspects to it that we can talk about it at length for hours and hours, and I think we really should talk about it so we can actually do something about it rather than just getting depressed about it. So it's just one thought came to my mind that when I think about it, to be honest, I see one solution to it. I see one solution to it, but that's not for everybody. And that's Rising Heroes, the program I do, because that I developed it in exactly for this kind of problem, where kids are getting just lost in that teenage years and seeing everything cool and all that. It's like a wholesome experience for them, giving them that Islamic peers, but a purpose to work together with. Anyways, that's not gonna happen for everybody. So what should you do? Salam, I think, of course, kids don't understand why they're praying. They have been told to pray, so they pray, but most of them haven't really put their heart into their salah when they were younger. So when they're older, then they say like, what's the point? It hasn't really helped me. They don't see it, and maybe they really did not actually benefit from it when they were younger, or they did not reflect on how I was benefiting. So now it feels, really no point in it. So why I said they did not benefit, maybe because they were not really praying with their heart. It was kind of like, just do it because mom told me, get it over with. So when they're younger, we don't just get them to pray, but get them to pray with their heart in it, right? You're gonna have to work at that to get them to do khushu, have khushu in salah. Okay, that said, now when they're at this age, what do we do? I think one of the most important things to teach children, and we really need to get better at it, is gratitude. Gratitude. Not for be grateful you have all this, don't ask for more. Not that way. Not that way. Not making it as an excuse for not giving them stuff. It hurts me like when I hear some of my students say, "But my mom said you should not make dua because we already have so much." I mean, you should not ask for more because we already have so much. Asking mom, by the way, not Allah. So they take on that attitude with Allah that, okay, maybe I should not ask Allah for more because I already have so much. But that's the wrong attitude. Anyways, we need to teach them to be grateful for who they are, for their ability, for their abilities and their gifts that Allah has given them. Thank Allah for even the ability to be able to pray, to appreciate that Alhamdulillah, I prayed. I just had the meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not as a chore, but Alhamdulillah that I was able to pray. We focus so much often with kids, and as parents, you have to do it, on correcting their behavior, because if you don't do it, who will do it? But then we forget to appreciate them. I don't have kids. I don't know why I'm saying we. but and I don't mean to criticize. But it's a fact, and I'm saying this because I know I have done that with my younger siblings and so on, and my own self, that we're just focusing on correcting the behavior, but forgetting to actually appreciate what they're doing right. If you want something to grow, appreciate it. Appreciate the fact that they get up and pray, even if they do it like half an hour later, or after you have called them 30 times. But they got up and prayed. Do you appreciate that? Or are you only focusing and complaining about that you were late to your prayer? I always have to call to you for your prayer. You know that there are thousands of children who never even get up, whose mothers would be so grateful if the children were just getting up, even if it was like 2 hours later after they have called them. They would be so happy. So appreciate that. So secondly, the Quran, not connecting with that, and I think that is something, we do it as a family, that you sit. It doesn't have to be that they have to read it in Arabic. If they just are not connecting with it, and they just don't want to read the Quran, if that's their attitude, if really they just really don't want it, they're teenagers I'm talking about, then don't. But sit and read the tafsir with them, explanations with them. Don't focus so much on just reading the Arabic anymore. When inshallah they begin to understand it, and then they will begin to value it, then they might again want to read the Arabic, right? So I'm not saying just completely leave it and forget about it, but don't don't make it your focus, like, why are you not reading, what's wrong? But say, okay, maybe you don't want to read in Arabic, just let's discuss it. Let's discuss an ayah. Let's talk about that. Words of Allah are very powerful. And you know what, I say this to to moms all the time, that, and to everybody, we are trying to help guide our children using our words. We should guide them using Allah's words. Guide them using Allah's words. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring them back to you. So use the Quran to do that, inshallah. Okay, lastly and most importantly, so this is what I was talking about in the beginning with rising heroes, and that, and the main component of that program is that the kids work together for a purpose, and when they do that, they begin to realize their value. When they're working for a purpose that is for the sake of Allah, you can do that on your own in your home. Of course, and the program has its benefits in the social and the knowledge they're gaining, but as I said, not everybody can do that. But what you can, I suggest that you do at home, this will inshallah work with teenagers, and you tell me now, maybe in a week or so, how did it go, because I have never recommended this before. But give it a go. I'm curious really how this goes. I'm not 100% certain about it. So is that, go to them and ask your son or ask your daughter that what is the one thing that if they could fix in the world, what would be that one thing? What would be that one thing that if they could make a difference to, what would they want to make a difference to? if they had the power to change it, to fix it, to heal it, then they could do it, what would be that one thing? Like, Mom, what are you talking about? All right, that's gonna be their reaction. I don't know what you're saying. So you're gonna have to persist in that and say, no, I'm serious. I'm really serious about it. I would like to know, what is that one thing you really care about? That if you had the opportunity, you would do something about it. Maybe they will open up and they will tell you what is that one thing. Then work on that with them. Brainstorm some ideas together. What exactly can you do about it? You can't fix it completely. You can't change it completely. But maybe there is something you can do about it. So sit with them. Maybe even if you want to involve their siblings, involve. If you think that's gonna mess up things, then don't involve. Make it just your and their thing, and work out brainstorm some ideas. Okay, maybe we can make posters about it. Maybe we can raise some money for it. Maybe we can, do blah blah blah. But let them lead. In the beginning, maybe in brainstorming, you're both brainstorming ideas, but let them lead. Be on the passenger seat to support them, but don't lead them. Let them lead. Even if they mess up, this is gonna be such a powerful experience for your child, and a great bonding experience, I think, for both of you as well. And also, most importantly, it will take their mind off the singular purpose that they're seeing right now, is that to fit in with their peers, to be cool, right? On whatever else Shaitan is trying to fill their head with. If there's something they feel that, okay, wow, I'm making a difference here, they will inshallah get more motivated. As in the beginning you might have difficulty in it, but inshallah the more they see actually it happening, that you really are serious about it, and you are investing time and money and energy into it, making things happen for them, as they see things happening, inshallah they will become more serious about it. And if instead of starting to tell them do this, do that, like we normally do, you actually let them lead, they will become more passionate. Let it be their ideas. Let it be, you might have a better idea than them, even in brainstorming, but let them pick it, what they want to do. Brainstorm with them, but let them pick. Let them think it's all their idea. They are leading it. It's their thing. You are just helping them with your support, with your money, whatever they need. Whatever form of support they need. And inshallah, I hope that's gonna make a big difference in your relationship with each other. If that's the phase you're going through, that you feel like you're losing them and they just don't want to have anything to do with anything, with the deen. So I don't know about like if it's gonna work on 17-18 years old, but I definitely think it, inshallah. I mean, I am pretty sure, not 100%, that it might work with 12, 13, 14 years old kids, at least, inshallah. That might actually believe you that you are serious about it. Of course, a lot of things depend on what kind of relationship you have with them and circumstances and so on. But give it a go. And get back to me, please, because I'm really interested. And because if this works, then of course I want to advise more mothers to do it. So those watching right now, consider it your responsibility. Because if you tell me, come back and say, like, I tried this and this works, then I'm gonna share this with others. Otherwise, I'm just gonna think it was a terrible idea. But yeah, alhamdulillah. With Rising Heroes, it's a bit different. The kids are together, they're part of teams. It's not mom and kids thing. So that it works there, alhamdulillah. That's why I'm more confident that this strategy works. I just don't know if it works with a parent and child alone. So, and and I don't know if you're gonna mess it up, to be honest, because there are lots of really key things in it that you have to be careful with, that you don't get frustrated in the middle. You know, honestly, I haven't actually told even my student parents of my students this year. Uh, but when I was doing Rising Heroes earlier this year, in the middle part, I was starting to get really frustrated myself. I was losing patience with the kids. But I did not show it to them, but I was like, okay, are they gonna get it? Are they gonna, cross over? Or are they just gonna, these. So I just wanted to take the lead from them. Like, okay, I will do it. I will tell you exactly, do this, do this, do this. But I had to control myself, really control. I know, Ariba, just sit patiently, just guide them, but not take control from them. Because the moment you take control, they lose their motivation. So you're gonna have to be very careful with that. They are in charge. Okay, try this and get back to me and consider it your responsibility, as I said, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will then reward you for all the parents who are helped because of that. So I'm gonna wait for your response, and don't shy away from it. A lot of the times parents just shy away, think, it's not gonna work. Give it a go. You don't know what's gonna work. Just try it. It might actually make a huge difference in your lives. So try it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that will happen? They're gonna say, no, mom, I don't care. I don't know what you're talking about. That's it. End of story. Or maybe the best thing might happen, and they might actually open up, and you might actually get onto something, right? And then make it your priority. Don't say to them and then forget all about it. Okay, I'll think about that next time. Zaren. Um, Although I think Zaren's asking, we live in Pakistan, how do we inculcate interest in children in academic studies they consider it a burden upon themselves? It kind of is a burden on them. It's the truth. Yeah, especially the studies in India, Pakistan are a huge, massive burden on young children. Subhanallah. I'm glad I haven't done with that. So I would not trivialize it. I would not say it's not a burden. It is. It is a huge burden on their young shoulders. But I would give them a higher purpose for why they're doing it. Because inspiration, motivation is all about the why. Why am I doing it? Why the kids are working so hard, and I talk about this all the time. At the moment, most of the kids, they think they're working hard so they can get a job tomorrow or make money, or just because they have to, because the parents are making them. Give them a higher purpose of why it is important. So it's not just about money, it's not just about reputation, but it is about pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will have to think about it honestly, sincerely. Why do you want your children to be good at school? How does that help them go to Jannah? Sincerely think about it, come up with the answer, and convey that to your children. And then if you are able to, then you will be able to inspire them to do well in their studies, inshallah. But otherwise, it's kind of, it is just a burden for what? They're not necessarily going to be motivated. The kids who are really motivated often for studies, they do see a purpose and they are motivated to reach that purpose. Might be that they really want to become a doctor or something. But I still, and that's a noble purpose. If I want to be a really rich businessman, I think that is a noble purpose, if that is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, that's it from me. If you have any questions and feedback, Please do let me know. Message me on Facebook or in the comments. I'll catch up with you all in the comments anyways. Please do say salams, and I would really appreciate if you can get back to me after you have tried this and let me know how it went. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.